Hello friends, I have decided to go live this evening to chat about my exciting adventure at Sherwood Forest this afternoon. You'll have to excuse me because I have just got out of the bath and my hair's all over the place because I've had to put it up, and there, that's it, that's all I'm explaining. It's just a mess and that's that. Right, I'm drinking a cup of tea. I could do with something stronger, but I haven't got it. Anyway, yeah, what happened today was just going to be like a simple walk around Sherwood Forest. I chose the Wildwood Trail before I'd already set off, so I knew which one. There's 3, I think, and I chose the longer one. I think it's about 4.3 miles or something. I thought I've got plenty of time before I have to get back to feed Sweep. So I took myself off and got me, obviously, I've got my raincoat because I know it's going to fizz it down. So yeah, I set off and it's about, 35 minutes away from here. And I've got my sat-nav on because I need sat-nav all the time. I must admit, I have sat-nav on even when I know where I'm going. I don't know why. I think it's like a comfort thing. So even if I'm driving home, I will have my sat-nav on. And I like it because once I get close to home, sat-nav will say, "Oh, welcome home." And I think, oh, it's so sweet. Anyway, so I'm following sat-nav. And I've basically just put in Sherwood Forest. And so we're getting closer and it's telling me to go through these roundabouts and all that lot. And then it says, "You have reached your destination." And I'm like, on a 50-mile-an-hour road, and there's trees along each side, and that's it. There's nothing else. And I'm like, well, I can't really get out here. But I did just put Sherwood Forest. I didn't put, like, anything else. So it's taken me to Sherwood Forest. So then I thought, right, I'm going to have to try and stop here while these cars flying past me. So I stopped and I thought, right, I'll put, I don't know, tourist information or car park or something in, which is about another 6 minutes away. So I thought, oh, I'm not doing too bad. So sets off and I'm passing quite a few lay-bys and they're all full. It looks like there's a lot of dog walkers that go there. So anyway, I think, well, why are they parking in these lay-bys when, like, the car park's, like, 4 minutes down the road? Anyway, find this car park, pull in, and you can tell where the ticket office is because all the cars are, like, huddled in that corner. It's like, I don't know why people do that. It's like pissing it down with rain, and it's like, oh no, I have to be nearer to the ticket office so that I don't get wet. But they've gone for a walk around the place. Anyway, never understood that. So as I pull in, I'm thinking, right, okay, I'll have to park at the other side of the ticket office, you know, where the ticket machine is. And then I'm thinking, I don't know, I can't see it for all the cars and everything, but I'm thinking, right, it's probably going to be one of those that takes coins or a debit card. So I reach over into the passenger seat for me bum bag for my credit card. I haven't brought it, have I? You know, I've left it in this house. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, I haven't got anything on me to pay for the car park, by which I must admit was £6. £6 to park my car. No wonder people are using these bloody lay-bys. And I'm thinking, well, I ain't got £6 in this car. So anyway, I start rooting around my car, trying to find some money, and I get to, like, I find a couple of pound coins. I've got, like, the centre console opens up and there's, oh, you don't want to know what's in there. So I'm rooting around and I've found a couple of pound coins and I see some 50 pences and some more silver, and I'm thinking, do these machines take copper anymore? I don't know. Anyway, I finally got all these coins together thinking, I hope this ticket machine takes coins. And I got to the full amount of £4.46. Yay. Yeah. So I'm like, shit, can't pay for it anyway. So I thought, oh, sod this. It's still pretty expensive. So I pull out at the car park, and then I realise as I'm coming out, it's one of those, you know, there's like them ramps that have got those teeth things. They call them, is it crocodile teeth? It says it on the sign. Crocodile teeth or alligator teeth. One of those, and it says, you know, slow down, like warning type thing. And I thought, oh, please don't tell me. It's not going to be one of those car parks, is it? That you've got to pay, even if you're in for like 1.5 chuffy seconds. So I'm like creeping up to these teeth things. I'm thinking, they're not going to burst my tyres, are they? And I'm like, I don't look. So I'm closing my eyes, slowly going over these chuffing yellow metal teeth thing and thinking, oh, please don't make my car. Anyway, they didn't. They're like, it was fine. And I got over that. And I'm like, right, okay. I need to remember which way the lay-bys are because I'm going to be able to get back in one of them. So I come right out of the car park, further down the lane, by which time there's only 1 or 2 cars in this lay-by. And I'm like, right, okay, so I'm going to park right up at the front because I'm terrible reversing. That's a different story entirely. So I park right up at the front so no one can park in front of me and I can basically set off when I go. Right, okay. So I do that and I've got my raincoat on. And that's the reason I've not bought my bum bag, is because I've got loads of pockets for all my stuff. So why would I need my bum bag? So that's why I forgot it anyway. I've justified that. So I get out of my car and I'm like, well, I think I can get in here, into the Sherwood Forest from this side. So I start setting off and I thought, oh, hang on a minute, I've had a right good idea. It's probably best if I do like my location thing, you know, on my maps, like do a point and going, this is where I am, so I don't lose George, because if I lose my car, we're pretty much buggered. So I'm like, right, okay, put that on maps, and it says, yes, saved location. Awesome. So really, all I've got to do is like just have a walk around and everything, and then put my maps on, and then it'll just nicely take me back to George. You see, always thinking. So I set off down this little lane, and then it gets wider, and I'm in Sherwood Forest, and it's absolutely stunning. And I'm walking along. I need a drink of tea. Oh. And there's hardly anybody around. And it's gorgeous. It's still pissing it down, like, but anyway, it's nice and sunny. So then I start doing like videos, as I do. And I'm doing videos and I'm saying, oh, look, this is a nice place and that. And I think I did one earlier. Basically, I was saying it was pissing it down and I'd just turned up. And, you know, if I get lost, you know where I am. Yeah, that video earlier today. So then I start walking along and then my brain starts going into work gear. So I start voicemailing people, you know who you are, saying, I want this doing, I want that doing, I want blah, 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 blah. So I'm on work mode. Then I do a couple more videos, and then I start walking around, and I come across this massive, massive oak tree. I mean, I think I've got a picture of it. I think I took a picture. I'm going to share it later. It is gorgeous. And it's like, it just stopped me in my tracks. I was doing a video, I think, and I just stopped and looked. I thought, oh, that is really, really nice. And that's where I picked up the Wild Wood Trail from there. So I thought, right, okay, I'm doing this. And it takes me past the visitor centre. So I'm like, oh, I know where that car park is now. So off I go, basically. I think I video called my mum, so then she knew where I was. And I'm walking around, following all these signs. And I've gone like a couple of miles by now. Still kind of in work mode with my brain. I'm not kind of really thinking about where I am. I remember doing a video to my sister saying, hi Anna, this is where I am, just to let you know that I'm in these woods and don't worry about me, because if I get lost, I'll just remember that tree, you know, this tree beside of me. I'll just remember that tree. So then if I do, like, you know, get lost, I can just come and just find this tree that's behind me here, and I'll be safe. I did that video, I remember doing that. So then I'm walking along, I'm seeing all these little signs, and it's a red sign, and there's blue signs and green signs, depending on what trail you're on. So I'm following these red signs, and then it gets deeper and deeper into the woods because it's the longest trail, and I'm getting further and further into the woods, and I'm thinking, a bit like bloody Blair Witch here, and I'm all on my own, nobody about, and then the trails are, the paths are getting thinner and thinner, and I'm walking along, and then the signs start getting further apart. Mainly, I think, because you kind of have to go straight on, so they assume that you know where you are. And then just when you start to think you might have gone the wrong way or got lost, you'll see a little red sign. So this is going on for quite some time. And then I come to this junction, and I can either go kind of like straight on, or back that way, or back that way. And I thought, well, I don't know which way to go. And there's no signs. The red sign has ran out. So I don't know which way to go. So I'm thinking, right, well, the last time this happened, it was pretty much like a staggered straight on. You know, they don't tell you anything, so you kind of think, right, well, it's status quo. I'll just keep going where I was, and then hopefully it'll just pick up again. So that's what I do. But then this path starts getting like wider and wider, like car wide. And then it says there's a bike trail thing going on. And I'm like, I don't think this is right. So then I look at my phone and think, right, it's okay. Well, I'll just look at that dot where George is, and I'll do that. Well, the dot's way over there. I don't know where the dot is, but it's over there somewhere. And I'm like, right, well, I'll just do an about turn and retrace my steps. I need to drink tea. So, I start to retrace my steps, and I get back to what I think was the place that it started to go wrong. But apparently, that wasn't the place where it started going wrong. It started going wrong way before then. So I'm thinking, I need to get my phone and find this dot again. I'm just going to have to rely on this dot. So I'm looking at my phone, Anyway, my phone decides to start telling me that it's running out of battery. It's running out of battery. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start speeding this shit up. I'm going to start like walking faster and trying to find a bloody red sign. I mean, where are these red signs? There weren't even any of the signs. It's not like I could think, all right, well, I'll use the blue one or the green one and get back to where I was. There were no signs. So I'm just like walking down this path thinking, I hope it gets here. The dot's kind of in front of me somewhere. I'm just going to keep going down here. And then I remember reaching this sign. I'm like, oh my God, it's a sign. And it just said, basically, it's naturism area. And I'm like, what's that about? So I goes up and looks at this map, and it basically says, yeah, you just, kind of be warned that people around here are allowed to basically walk around with, like, bullet naked. But if you ask them to cover up, they will do. Oh, how charming. So I'm like, oh, this is not happening. I'm like, am I allowed to go in this area? It's gated. There's a gate, like a fence. And I'm like, am I allowed to go in? And if I go in, have I got to strip off? And I'm like, why does this shit happen to me? Oh my Lord. So I'm thinking, well, I'll go in, but I like keep like one eye shut. So I'm kind of like going, ignore me. I didn't like actually see anybody. I heard like rustling around and stuff, and I'm thinking, oh my Lord. So I'm like trying to see this path, kind of like covering my face like this, trying to find this path. Anyway, my phone is really like, it's gone down to like 3% now. And I'm like, oh, shit. Because you see, it's not only about getting back to George. It's about getting back to this sit. Sorry, Jane. Don't worry about anything. I would have got back in time for sweep, so please don't panic. But yeah, you see, I don't take a blind bit of notice of what's going past me when I'm driving, because sat-nav is telling me where to go. So I don't really need to give a shit what I'm passing. So really, when my phone dies, I have no clue where I am. I don't know any landmarks. I don't know anything. So I'm like, oh shit. So then I start frantically trying to go into Google Maps and do the address back to the place, and then zooming in certain little bits and clicking my phone to take a photo. So I'm doing that. And then I'm thinking, yeah, okay, so that's left at that roundabout, straight at that roundabout, and then that's A57, I think, and then that's B6 or B4 or something like that. And then I'm like, right, okay, no, I'll do that photo again. So I'll do that photo. So I'm doing these photos in the complete wrong order. So there is no point in me even looking at them because I don't know where I'm going. Oh, it was a right step. So I'm trying to do screenshots. Anyway, my phone died. That was it. So I'm like, oh, great. So, you see, I was thinking that I'd save a bit of battery if I didn't have Google Maps on telling me where to go. I thought if I have the photos, at least I'd be able to look at the photos and get some idea of my way home. But that didn't work either. Hang on a minute. I needed a dolly mixture. Because I'm like going to hyperventilate. Oh, these are just gorgeous. Just basically little cubes of sugar. I know. I'm thinking I'm just going to have to try and find a beep beep sign. So I'm wandering around the middle of Sherwood Forest and it's pissing it down. And then I start thinking I'm going to have to start moving my ass here. I'm going to have to start moving faster. So I start kind of like trying to jog, but my back is screaming at me going, what are you trying to do, killers? And I'm like, I can't talk to you right now. I need to ignore you because I need to get out of Sherwood Forest. So there's me running around frantically trying to find these signs. Anyway, I found one. And it said the oak trail or something. I'm like, that'll be that tree, that amazing tree. So I start following these signs. And eventually, I get to this oak tree. But there's like about 5 different lanes going off of it from this oak tree. So I'm thinking, right, where was I when I saw the oak tree? Like, which direction was I in? And I remember at the time I was doing a video. I shouldn't have been doing videos. That's what's taken up my battery, you know. Don't do videos. It's just ridiculous. I should have just been enjoying the moment. But no. So I'm thinking, right, where the bloody hell was I? Well, what was I doing when I first saw the tree? And I remember looking up and thinking, right, so the tree was like on my right hand side. So I'm like, right, okay, so I need to basically turn around and get my shoulder that way because that's where the tree was, and then basically do a straight turnaround. So that's what I did. I basically did an about turn and thought, that's got to be the path that I've started on, which leads to George. So I start legging it down this path, and it takes ages and ages. It goes on, and I'm thinking, I did not come this far. I did not come down here. And then it's going on, and I'm thinking, where the bloody hell is my car? And then the rain starts again. It starts getting faster and faster, and I'm like flipping, and it's going like round a bend, and I'm like, oh, every time I went round, it's like a little bend, and I'm thinking, I can't even hear the road. So If there's no road, there's no lay-by. If there's no lay-by, there's no George. I'm like, I'm stressing out by this time. And I'm thinking to myself, my sister wouldn't do this, you know. You know, my younger sister. I'm the oldest of 3. You wouldn't believe it, would you? So my sister wouldn't do any of this. My sister would have gone and she would have had water. Didn't have any of that. So she'd have had water. She'd have probably had a tent. She'd have had a battery backup thing. She'll have had first aid. She'll have had all sorts of stuff. My baby sister. But me, jack shit. So I'm legging it down this forest lane thinking, where the bloody hell is my car? And then slowly I can just about hear traffic. And I'm like, that's got to be a road. And then I go around another bend and there's nothing there. And I'm like thinking, is this the right path? Have I got to go back? Have I got to find the visitor centre? Do you think I might be able to ask someone if they've got a charger? Do they know where Aston is so I can get to Sheffield? Oh my God. Anyway, eventually I start recognising this this sign and this gate layout, and I'm like, that's got to be this lay-by that I'm at. So I actually get to this lay-by and I'm thinking, oh great, this has got to be it. It's got to be it. Anyway, I look around, can't see my car, and I'm kidding you. My heart is beating like hell, thinking, oh shit, what the hell am I going to do if I can't find my car? So, but it's a pretty long lay-by, and I just look and I can see one car. I can't see mine, but mine's in front of this car. And I'm like, oh, thank God, George, I found my car. Oh, so excited. So I get in my car and I throw my flipping sodding wet coat on the floor, and my dead phone, dead battery phone, threw that on the flipping car somewhere. What's the point? It's not going to tell me how to get home, is it? So then I'm thinking, how am I going to get back to the Petsy? And then I'm trying to remember, thinking, most of the roundabouts I went straight on. And I remember it was the A57. And I remember that the house is not far off the M1 slip road. So I thought, right, if I just basically head for M1, that would work, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd work. Yeah. So then I had to know which way to come off the lay-by. And then the rain bloody started again, so wipers are full on and it's steaming up because I'm bloody red hot and my car's cold. So everything's bloody steaming up. The window wipers are going all over the place. I've lost my phone, it's in footwell somewhere, don't give a shit. So I'm driving along and I'm thinking, right, I barely recognise stuff because I don't look. I'm told where to go by a sat-nav. So I don't need to look where I'm going. And then I thought, oh, it's just straight on. It's got to be just straight on. And then I start seeing signs for the A57. I thought, that's familiar. Yeah. That's a long road. I kind of think I went on a straight long road for quite some time. So I'll just set off. Just set off and hope for the best. And it worked, you know, because, haha, I'm here. I'm back. I am back in the Petsy. The cat didn't give a shit. Wouldn't have been bothered that I'd not been missing. I wouldn't have only been missing about, I don't know, 3.5 hours. Maybe 4 hours. So I get back. And I ring my mum and dad because they're always going, if you go out, tell us when you get back. So I rang him and I'm like, Mum's going, oh yeah, you're back, you have a nice time up. No, I got lost. Got lost in Sherwood Forest. Lost my car. My phone died. It could only happen to me. And Mum's listening to me, she's going, you're a complete nutter. Why do you do these things? I'm like, I didn't do it on purpose. My phone was fully charged. Is that my fault the car parked £6? £6? What the hell's that about? So I says, I could hear my dad muffling in the background. He's going, you're a liability. Well, I think I said, Dad, I'm really sorry, but I think I'm a liability. He's going, you are a liability. I've told you that for donkey's years. And so I think what would be a good idea is, can you just ground me? Because I think it's safer than me going out by myself. So my dad says, when are you back? I says, I'm back from this pet sit on Sunday. He went, right, from Sunday you're grounded. So from Sunday I'm grounded, folks. I'm not allowed to go out. Oh my God. Anyway, that's my day. That's my day. Sherwood Forest. Getting lost. What the chuff? It's not my... Wait, I want to know where those signs went. Because everything was going perfectly smoothly until the chuffing signs disappeared. And then I didn't know where the hell I was. I could have still been there. Poor George. Anyway, that's been my day. I'm going now because my tea's gone cold and I need to eat these jelly mixtures because I'm just, oh, I'm my worst nightmare. Anyway, thanks for watching if anybody did. I basically just sat here for like, how long? Probably 40 minutes rambling on about my lovely afternoon. Oh. Anyway, I'm going now. Thanks for watching. Bye.